Tutorial on how to use Premiere, and in this example I'm going to be working with the mountain bike edit clips. And so before you start this video you have to get your clips downloaded, and so in the assignment if you scroll down you'll see two links to two sets of clips. Be sure you get both of those. There's some songs in here that you can choose from. I'll just show you here, and when you find one you like you just download it. But then once you got the clips downloaded you put them all in your folder on the Vault. So here if I go to Vault and go to, I'll work out of period 5, and so I don't have them in there yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call it mountain bike edit, but this can be for whatever video you're doing. Okay, and I already downloaded those. I'm going to move them over here. I want to show you a trick here though. If you want to get clips in, it's easier if you go to File, New Finder window, and you make this duplicate, and then you just go to Downloads, and that's where all my stuff was. It was originally a zip file, and I just did this and opened with, and I chose Archive Utility, and then it gave me this folder. So then I just open here, and there's all my clips. I think there was 19, 20 of them or so. I just did a Command A, by the way, to select all of those, and then I just drug them into that folder there. And as you can see, it's copying them over. Okay, and I don't need this window open anymore, and boom, there we are. There's all their clips, and I actually already downloaded the song too, and you have to do that and be sure that all of your clips and your song are there. Then you just get to Premiere, you open it, and this is a new project, and you save it. So I'll call this mountain bike edit, and I want to put it exactly where the clips were. So I browse. Once again, I go to the Vault and put in period 5, and in my folder, and more specifically in my mountain bike edit. So everything stays together. That's super important, guys. Everything stays together. Okay, so it's saved and I'm ready to roll. Okay, now the next thing is to get started. So just a quick review. So in the bottom left here where mouse is circling, that's your project panel. That's where all your clips are going to go. That's where your timeline, not your timeline, but that's where your sequence will go, and anything else, basically all the assets for your movie will go in here. This is your source panel. You're going to see in a second, once the video clips are in here, they're going to show up. When I click on one, it's going to be here. This is basically your canvas. So when videos are playing that you've edited down here in your timeline, they will show up here. So let's just get started. Let's go and add things to the project panel. So I'm just going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to go get those clips. So like I said, they were in my movies folder right there, and more specifically they were in hold on a second, make sure that's the right spot. Yep, that's it. And by the way, you can see that the project's right there. It's a purple project file, PR, Premiere project. So import, and brings everything in. Okay, and just import. Okay, and so you open that up, and there's all my stuff. Okay, if you ever like importing a lot of stuff and you want to make new folders, you can do that. Like if you click this, that typically works. I'm not sure our new bins. Let me try that one more time. Let me set list mode. So I'm not sure it typically will make a new bin in here for you. Let me see, maybe it's accidentally making them inside of here. It is, yeah. So I'm just gonna click out there. Yeah, so let's say I had this mountain bike, but I had some other clips, whatever they were. So I could just say other, and I could put clips in there too. It's just a way to stay organized. Okay, so anyway, what you do is you take a look at your first clip. This one doesn't have any audio, you can tell because it doesn't have that green icon. So it's just going to be quiet. It's shot at 30 frames per second. So open up, and there it is. And here's my play button. My space bar will play it too. Okay. And as you can see, it's just a still shot with very subtle movement, but a splash right there. Now let's say I don't want to start with this clip, but if I want to use this clip, I probably wouldn't use all this stuff up here. I'd probably like make an I on the keyboard for an in point, and just get the splash and then stop. And I did stop with the space bar, so space bar can play and stop. And then I'm gonna hit O on the keyboard for out. And so then when I grab it and I drag it down, it's only gonna bring that much in, okay? And I can shorten a clip, lengthen a clip. I can use this razor blade tool here, and I can cut a clip. If I want to select one of those, I have to go back up to selection tool and click. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of this. So to go backwards, you just use the Command Z key and it takes you backwards. I mean, I can go all the way back to where I started. So you can look at your clips in list view, or you can go to icon view, which is this, and open this up, and I can see all my different clips. I think I'm going to start with some shots of the bike, okay? And then I'll do action shots, and I'll probably finish with like some shots at the end of the day, like these guys here. So go down and maybe start with this. I don't have to use them both, but let me just look at one. And so I double click, and there it is, and let me just watch it. And you can scrub. When you just drag, that's called scrubbing. I kind of like just that little movement right there. So I'll probably just do an I and O. Okay, and that can be my start. And then this is just a different angle. Let's see what that does. Kind of just a pan up. Oh, this kind of cool. It kind of goes to this little subtle movement of the cassette in the back. That's kind of cool. Once again, I'm just choosing parts if I'd like. I'll start it right there with an I for in, and there for an O for out, and then drag it in. Now, if you drag here, you notice how it says drag video only. If you ever want to drag both the video and the audio, you have to hover over here and bring it down. But there's no audio on this one, so it doesn't matter. Okay, and so there I have two clips. I got this one, and it cuts to that one. One of the things is, like I said, I want to have some music in this. So sometimes most of the time, I put the music in there, and I kind of listen, because I like to cut to the beat of the music. So here we go. So I'm kind of hearing that drop beat, that bum bum, like listen to it. So it's right there. I kind of like that. You see how that cut right to the beat? And one of the things you can do is you can listen to the music and you can make markers. So watch what I do here. I'm listening for the right beat. I'm going to hit the M key on my keyboard. And so I just heard another, by the way, you can expand your keyboard here. So I made this mark, and so what I can do, okay, I wanted to go to the next clip, so I can drag this here so it just stops right there, and then I'll bring a new clip in. So let me think of a good opening clip. It could be him just starting up, he's heading up the trail. I don't want to show the whole thing and be boring, so I just choose the best part of it. That's one thing I gotta tell you, you don't want your videos to be boring. So if it's an action video, your shot should be short and quick. If it's more of a dramatic scene, you might want longer clips, but let's just see. Yeah, I'll just kind of hitting that I for in, and boom, I've seen enough. And then dragging down here, okay? And so let's see, watch how it cuts right to the beat. I didn't really hit a beat there, but it was, so you see that I'm listening. So I probably wanted to cut right on that beat, so I'm going to back that up a little bit, and see I'm using a beat, and then I'm going to listen to the music a little bit more and find the next beat. Oops. I wasn't clicked up there. Let's go back up, go back. Okay, it's making the markers down these clips. I don't want to do that. I want the markers to be up there. So let me do a practice. Okay, I'm gonna do a Command Z a couple times because you see the markers down there. I don't want them there. Let me see if I click off the audio, if it'll put them up here. I'm just gonna do a practice one. Can't be selected on anything. There we go. Just can't have everything selected. Okay, Command Z to undo that. And so once again, I'm gonna listen to it, click off of that. See how I'm making those marks to kind of see where to cut. And then I'll just look for my next clip. You know, and now they're starting to ride here. I don't want to watch the whole thing. It's kind of boring to watch the whole thing, so I'm just going to have them coming down. So, comes into the shot, in and out. That's enough. And then going to drag it down. I'm going to see how it matches up to that mark. It's slightly off, so I'll make it like that. And then that's it. So basically I would just keep going until it's all edited together. And that's about it. So just a couple things. Once again, reminder that you can kind of zoom in out of your timeline like this. You can also do this. It's kind of cool. There's a key called the tilde key. It's right below the escape key on the top left. And what it does, it zooms in just a certain section, whatever you have selected. Like if you want this, you could hit that. And this is kind of nice because then you can you know, look through your clips and you can make them bigger and smaller, so you can really like check out the clips, and you can just scrub them. It's a real slick way to look through clips, and then that helps you decide which ones you want. And just hit the tilde again. And this little big, I'm gonna bring them down. Okay. Back over to project. I went over to a bin. So I think that's most. Oh, here's one trick that's kind of cool. Let's say you decided you wanted a clip from this one to take the place of it, go back here. You can do an insert edit. So if you hold your Command key down and you pick up a clip, you drag it to here, watch what happens. It just, oops, I wanted it to take the whole thing. So let me try again. Command key, click, and I want it to go right there. And see, it pushes the other one over. Now obviously your music kicked over, so you want to bring that back. So if you do a right click and do ripple delete, actually that's what you use to get rid of a gap, but sometimes it doesn't work. So in this case I just got to drag it over. Okay, and then it's there. And if I don't like what I did, Command Z, go back to the way it was. Okay, so that's it. The other thing I have to say is just be sure you save your project, do save as. And actually I didn't have to do save as because I already knew where to go. So I can just do save, and that does it. Okay, so I think that's all you need to get started. There's a lot more, but we'll just stop there for now.